Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to episode 217 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. I'm almost getting close to the same color. I'm in the same palette, basically. If you did not have commitments to others, how would you live your life differently? So I had no commitments. Well, wouldn't that kind of eradicate relationships? Because aren't relationships kind of like a string of commitments of one kind or another? So I guess if I had no commitments, I'd be really lonely. I wouldn't have a house. I'd still be living in an apartment. I wouldn't have a shop. I don't think I'd be very happy. What have you not had enough in your life? Well, if it's any indication, I haven't acquired enough of these yet. I keep buying these. I keep buying tools, movies, books. But on a more esoteric level, I haven't had enough love or enough hugs or enough cuddling with my wife. So there are lots of things I haven't had enough of. Enough problem solving also. I could use some more of that. If your life moving ahead backwards, or is your life moving ahead backward, or is it on hold? I'd like to think it's moving forward. That's what I would like to believe. And I'm trying. So if nothing else, I'm giving it the old college try. And paying a therapist for the process. What is the greatest goal you want to achieve within the next 5 years? I'd love to not have to see my therapist anymore. Not that I don't love the man, because I do, but I'd like to be in a place where I wouldn't need it anymore. That'd be an awesome goal. What is something you believed for a long time that you do not believe anymore? That I'm worthless, and that I would forever be stuck in a downward spiral of one emotional and depressive cycle after another. That my anxieties would rule my life forever. That was all a lie, generated by my anxiety. My anxiety very desperately tried to maintain its own existence for as long as possible. It's not gone, mind you, but it's a dim echo of what it once was. Do you think helmets should be mandatory for motorcycles and bicycles, for kids and or adults? Yes. Yes, I do. I think they should be mandatory. I don't think that there should be an option. Society at large benefits when people don't have TBIs. What are 3 things that you are optimistic about? I'm optimistic about my future mental health. I'm optimistic that I don't know if I can say that if I'm optimistic about politics, because when you see this, the 2020 elections will already have been done, and at the time of the filming, they haven't. So I can't say I'm optimistic about politics. I don't know if I am. I'm optimistic I'll be one step closer to retirement. That will be a truism. Either because I will be one step closer, or I'll be dead by the time this video sees the light of day. What else am I optimistic about? I'll still have friends, and I'll still have loved ones. There you go. What are 3 things that you are pessimistic about that the depths of human bigotry and prejudice and intolerance will always catch me a little bit off guard? Yeah, every time I think I've reached my limit, people show me that I'm wrong. That people's ignorance will often catch me off guard, because every time I think I've seen the absolute limit of human ignorance, I'm caught off guard. And greed. Every time I think I've seen the maximum amount of greed, the 1%, or I should probably say the 1/10 of a 1%, always show me they can be greedier. They're willing to let the world burn and humanity die off because it makes him a few more bucks today. What are some of the phone calls that changed your life? The day I told my wife I loved her. Well, that was an important phone call. The day I realized that I didn't have to talk to my father. I had to talk to him as a teenager when I lived at home, and he'd just gotten in the habit of calling me regularly. And then one day, it wasn't even with the conversation wasn't even with his wife. With him, it was with his wife. Just going paddling on about the coming holidays and what was going to go on. And she's just dictating what my role was going to be in this process. And this is back in the days when we had landlines. I remember taking the phone away from my ear and I'm staring at it. I could hear her talking. And I just went and dropped it onto the cradle and hung up on her. And my father called back screaming and yelling and ranting and raving because I dared hung up on his wife. And I looked at the phone. I'm like, and I hung up. And he kept calling on a regular basis. And I just kept hanging up on him. And eventually he gave up. The calls got further and further apart. And one day he gave it another try and I talked to him. And he knew it, that I controlled that conversation. That was a big shift in our relationship. What would you do if you earned $100,000 a day? How would your life change? For how many days? If it's $100,000 a day for like the next year or is the rest of my life? Either way, I would be debt free. All of my friends would be debt free. My family members would be debt free. And I'd be able to build my dream home. I'd be able to do whatever I wanted to. Get the education I want. Technical information mostly. And build the shop I dreamed of. And do anything I goddamn well wanted to. So yes, that would significantly change my life. And significantly less than the wealthy earn in America. A fact I heard not long ago is if Bill Gates lost 99% of his wealth, he would still earn $350,000 a day for the rest of his life. So I would still be only making a third of what Bill Gates makes after he lost 99% of his wealth. So I wouldn't have a problem earning $100,000 a day. It wouldn't bother me at the least. I'd pay all my taxes. Yes, I would, because I believe in that. And I'd make generous donations, because I believe in that too. Heck, I might even donate enough just to shut NPR up. That would be great. I'll give you $100,000 right now if you shut this program off for the rest of the day. Bye. So yeah. All right. So thank you for being here for episode 217 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. I hope you'll be here for episode 218.